Hello everyone. Today I'm going to do a reading which describes the front cover of my book, Connor Jackson and the Memory Thieves. Here goes. It was then that I saw it again. Something glinted in the sun at the top of the molehill, but this time I was closer. Was that a piece of white metal at the top? I quickened my pace towards the molehill. Just at that moment the object, which I had assumed was a type of periscope, turned directly towards me and stopped. So did I. Then the top of this huge molehill fell away and an object fell out, rolled down the side, leaving the top of the molehill open and exposed. The moles must have sensed that I was approaching and decided to dash for cover. But what was with these strange objects? With a sense of trepidation, I slowly walked the remaining meters across the lawn. Oh my goodness! The molehill nearly came up as far as my knee. Unbelievable! I heard molehills were good for aeration, but my garden was just fine and didn't need any extra assistance from these moles. A closer look revealed an upside-down glass jar lying halfway down the mound. What on earth? I mumbled to myself. This was most strange. I stooped down and carefully picked it up. It was a small glass jar with a white metal lid, just like a jam jar. The glass was dirty, dusty, and 1/3 of it was filled with a creamy white sort of liquid. There was a plaster stuck directly on the outside of the glass with a name written on it, Professor Wingnut. This really was most strange indeed. Where had this come from? Had somebody been snooping around in my garden last night? Maybe thieves. Surely not in our sleepy, serene village of Lower Molehampton. The last reported burglary was 5 years ago, when unknown assailants broke into Mr. Tinker's ironmonger's store and stole his whole supply. In the same week, the glass jam jar factory in Lower Molehampton was also robbed of its entire supply of jam jars. It had the whole village in an uproar, and Sergeant Dawson had never found out who the robbers were. I looked at the jar in my hand, then at the molehill, and contemplated the connection between the two events. Don't be silly, Connor, I said to myself. What have they got to do with each other? It must be a coincidence. So, I hope you enjoyed that. More readings to follow. Bye for now.